Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In today's episode of Personal Finance Today, we are covering 7 pieces of personal finance advice from billionaires. If this sounds interesting to you, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. If you want to know my number 1 recommendation to make a full-time income online, please click on the first link in the description below. Now let's take a deep dive into the minds of these 7 billionaires. There is a lot of financial advice available, but it isn't all made equal. Some people think you know where you're coming from, while others assume you have a particular level of financial understanding that not everyone has. Our financial paths may differ, but there is one constant: billionaires have a thorough understanding of how to preserve and develop their wealth. Either that, or they were born wealthy or extremely fortunate. It takes time to make a good investment. Warren Buffett, a self-made billionaire, has long advocated for long-term investments. Investing success involves time, dedication, and patience. Some things just take time, no matter how great the talent or effort, Buffett adds. You can't get 9 ladies pregnant in a month and have a baby. At the start of 2021, stocks like GameStop and AMC were on fire. While some people made a lot of money, others lost some of their money in the process of trying to make a quick buck. Buffett's tale is perhaps most astounding in that he amassed the majority of his riches after he turned 50. You can do it, too. It's never too late to begin. The most important thing is to get started. When they're not launching off into space or buying private islands, they make financial decisions that even those of us who don't own several homes may learn from. Set short and long-term goals to achieve your dreams. Tom Monahan, the inventor of Domino's Pizza, has amassed a sizable fortune. He's promised to give half of his fortune to charity, assisting people in achieving their goals. He, too, has many dreams, and he doesn't expect a 100% success rate in achieving them. I don't think I'll ever be able to accomplish them all. I sincerely hope not. I don't want to think about the day when I won't be able to get any more, Monahan adds. Monahan's advice serves as a timely reminder that we should never stop working for our objectives, and that we should always be setting new ones. At different phases of our lives, we will have different financial aspirations. Also, don't be scared to aim for the stars. Combining realistic and ambitious goals keeps you motivated and focused on attaining your objectives. That drive must never be exhausted. Find out what you're passionate about. Oprah became a billionaire by figuring out what motivates her, taking risks, and developing an unrivaled media empire. You become what you believe, Oprah says. Based on all you've believed, you've gotten to where you are today in your life. This approach may be applied to any side hustles, investments, or hobbies, not just your employment. It's fine if your passion is simply putting your money into a mutual fund and watching it grow passively. Good things will happen if you stay loyal to yourself and your beliefs. Keep an emergency money on hand. In an ideal world, we wouldn't have to worry about bills, emergencies, or other unforeseen expenses. Things happen in the world we live in, and you must be prepared. John Paul DeJoria was born into a destitute immigrant family and once lived out of his car, collecting bottles to feed himself and his little son. Despite his difficulties, DeJoria ensured that he had a financial buffer before establishing his 2 businesses, Patron Tequila and John Paul Mitchell Systems Hair Products. Make sure you have enough money saved for at least 6 months to cover bills or anything else that might come up financially before investing or launching a company, DeJoria advises. It's acceptable to fail. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Wayne Gretzky, or was it Michael Scott? That said that. Even the best sportsmen expect to fail from time to time, and Mexican industrialist Carlos Slim Hell was no exception. Slim, who has stakes in hundreds of companies through Grupo Carso, including the New York Times, Saks Fifth Avenue, and other Mexican firms, remarked during a speech at the American University of Beirut, "When we face our difficulties, they vanish. So, learn from your mistakes and let success be your silent motivator." There's a good chance you'll hit some roadblocks on your journey to achieving your financial objectives. That's great as long as you learn from their mistakes. Embrace your inner Scrooge. Chris Sacca is a pioneer in the field of venture capital. He was an early supporter of a number of well-known businesses, including Twitter, Instagram, Uber, and Kickstarter. As a result, he has amassed the status of self-made billionaire. Sacca now has complete control over his financial decisions, but it wasn't always so. He also gives college students some straightforward advice: being a cheap bastard now means so much more flexibility and choices afterwards. That isn't to say you shouldn't spend money at all. Instead, consider places where you're spending more than you should or where you can save money. Never stop learning new things. You may not have met a Nobel laureate before, but Michael Bloomberg, the founder of Bloomberg LP and former mayor of New York City, has. He's noticed one thing they all have in common: I've never met a Nobel laureate who didn't believe they had a lot more to learn and wasn't studying every single day. Financial literacy should be a key part of your overall learning, whether it's looking into your spending habits or trying out new cashback programs. Reflect on anything you learned each day at the conclusion of the day. It gives you a sense of success and puts you in a good mood before night, which is excellent for sleeping well and waking up feeling refreshed and energized the next day. The vast majority of us will not become billionaires, yet it does not preclude us from living comfortably. When you put in the time and effort, incredible things happen. Well, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more content that can help you become financially independent, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. Until the next episode of Personal Finance Today, stay safe out there.